What's up, guys? We are here with the filmmakers of The Art Lesson. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Leo Corbello. I'm the writer-director.
And I'm Anthony Ruiz. I'm producer, and I also am part of the second two productions company. And we helped Leo with his production.
Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit about your production, Leo.
Yeah, it's a short film. It's a drama with some comedy. It's about an old man who goes into a gallery to look at a piece of art, and it seems he goes every day to look at this piece of art. And a young girl walks in, a high school student, and she's just laughing at it. She doesn't understand why this man likes it. So then they start discussing back and forth, from his point of view, why this is art. And then at the end, then she gives her interpretation of the art piece. And so we learn through them how people perceive art, in a way.
Okay, amazing. So basically a storyline of someone who didn't understand the piece of art ends up understanding at the end the value of it.
Yes, and in a way she actually interprets it differently because it affects her in a different way than it affects him. And I guess I don't want to give too much away. You have to see the film to see how it is that they're both affected by the same piece of art. Yeah.
What were some of the inspirations behind the main plot point of the film?
Yeah, good question. It's a true story. Well, it's based on a true story, I should say. I was at the Whitney a few years ago, and they have these large white canvases. They're just white. And I was looking at it, wondering what they were about, and these young kids came up. They weren't that young. They were early 20s, young to us because, yeah. And they started laughing at it, and without taking time to understand why the artist chose to paint these canvases all white. You know, so it's that sort of thing where, like, wow, if I had a chance to tell these kids why this person painted the canvas white, maybe they would have had their own interpretation of it and learned something, but that wasn't to be. So through this film, I hope to maybe teach these kids a lesson.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. So that initial moment was when you were like, I need to make this a film.
Yes, years later, that thought came back to me and said, you know, that could be interpreted a different way. So, of course, I changed the characters around, changed the setting, what have you. But I think the analogy of the story is still the same. Yeah.
What were some of the biggest highlights that you remember from actually producing and being on set for the film?
I'll let Tony take that.
I think it was the biggest highlight was the fact that we made a hair salon look like an art gallery. By just being very careful on the angles that we were shooting at the lighting. We had to deal with the sound. That was mostly my department. I made sure the sound was crisp, but at the same time, we had to deal with all those elements, and we fooled everybody. And we had only I would say 12 feet to work with. As far as actual walking space, we had to remove all kinds of stuff and put up fake paintings, give them labels. The whole thing looked like a museum, but it was actually a hair salon.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it was a lot of work, and we just shot it all in one day, and we started at, I think it was 5 in the afternoon, and I ended up around 3 or 4 in the morning. And our main actor, God bless him, Mateo Gomez, actually fell asleep while we were shooting other scenes, you know, and we shot around him, and then we woke him up and said, okay, we're ready for your close-up. And he's like, but it was magic, the way it is on every set. So I think that really worked out well.